Good morning. Hello, my name is Ian,
I'm Lauren.
and together we're Bars and Bells. And this morning, we would like to welcome you to our plie and press warm up and exercise. Warming up in our ballet shoes, slippers. We worked around those dexterity of the toes the other day. We're going to skip that today and get right into our foot articulations, get into some hip strength, some core strength, working on the press, and then also the port de bras, and finishing with our slow adage.
Excellent.
Shall we start?
Show.
Okay. So if we're going to grab onto our bars, we'll start with our feet in our first position.
Parallel.
From parallel. And in parallel, just have a little bit of a sample of those knees over toes. Take a big breath. We'll come back to that exercise a little bit later in that Jane fondue. But for a couple in a row, very slow, cautious elbow or knee bends here. And to tall. Last one or two that way. Maybe go up onto the point of one. Yeah. So Lauren, come down for a second. So just go into like a fondue on one. So a demi point on one leg there. And then switch that. And could you switch that without changing height? There's always a little bit of tension there. Keep pulling those middle ankle bones together, scissoring those legs together. And just do that last one or two. And then to stand. Now let's open up into that first position. And from first, our more conventional ballet articulation. Ball of foot, point foot, flex toes. Point, ball, pull. Demi, point, over, ball, pulling down to the floor. Repeat one more time each, the demi, the point, the over, and that active standing like bum cheek and down, and demi, and point, and over, and demi, and point, and down. Now take a moment. From this first position, do a hula hoop, one into the clockwise direction, and then our counterclockwise direction after that. So from our first position, I'm just going to try to hula hoop my hips here, keeping my knees straight, or at least trying to. And that's about one revolution of my hula hoop. So I'm going to switch the other direction now. And I'm going clockwise in this case, and I'm at 6 o'clock in my hips. I'm out to 9 and back around to 12. From this position now, we'll open up to that second stance. Now in second, same articulations through the feet. So we'll point and pull to the ball of the foot and heel. Other side, ball of foot, point foot, ball of foot, full heel. Ball, point, ball, full, demi, point, demi, full foot. Now from that second position here, let's try the same thing and hula hoop once each direction. I'm going to the front, I'm going out to the left, maybe feeling a little bit like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air here. That song that might be going on if it was the case. The Jump On It song.
Oh.
Dun, 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 dun.
You hula hooped to that song?
No, but that's the same. We're kind of going around in those corners. I didn't hula hoop too much until
I did
maybe
both ways.
last week. That was really good synchronization there. So take your time on those hula hoops, but just like Fresh Prince does, do the hips. Now, we're going to move that fourth position. So rond from second out to the side to your fourth. And again, not too big here. And from here, we just try a little bit of our balancing now. So stiff knees, hips facing forward, arms wherever you prefer on your apparatus, and press, lift, and just hang out for about a 10-second. Squeezing together in a straw. Lauren has really convinced me about using that analogy. I love it. And now press those heels back to the floor. Slow. Now, one more time, slow hula hoops, go. You might not be able to do it with your stiff knees. There's so much to do here. There's tremendous variation you could add. My goodness, going out here and that fourth is interesting and fun. Whew. And then I'm going to go one more time the other way. And again, I love my hands on the hip holsters here. Feel that activity. Then point or tendu straight, pull to first. Other side, just the fourth position with that leg in front. So rond from second to first, toe to heel. Get your stance just right. I'm still educating mine always. Straight knees, press, hips going forward, super straight knees. Our rib cage is down, maintaining our breath, holding our balance for 3, 2, pull down. And then for one last hula hoop, here we go. Tucking to the left.
You can
out
change the
the
song.
Back.
That doesn't hula hoop. That makes me want to like.
I know, but do that slow. Do that slow. Oh, feel my knees bending. I'm on the last quarter turn to go. Last quarter turn, and then I'll close to my first position from here. Take a moment, integrate these shoulders here. Standing in our first position with arms also in first. From first, bring them forward and down. 10 of these, 1, 2. Things to ask ourselves here. Do we look like Quasimodo on the one side, or are we able to hold and maintain the stability of the scapula? And I've lost track, Lauren,
6.
how many? Nice. So we're looking effortlessly through this, and this is the most challenging exercise for both Lauren and I here, but just nice and slow stability through the scapula. It's got to be 10. Excellent. And if that's 10, we need our back to our bar and do our first set of plies. First, second, fourth. Parallel as you are, pivot on heels to first. Hands on hip or in front and first, whichever you prefer. Take the breath, pull ourselves down into our plie and pull to straight. In our plie and pull to straight. Third one, plie, grand plie, pressing down to push heels up to press heels to the floor together and a balance. Ribs down, knees straight, bum squeezed, heels slowly pull together to first. From first to our second position. Take a sniff, brace, pull.
Tuck under.
And help.
Slide down.
Let's see, making sure I can stay honest on that. So I'm going to tuck under, staying between my 2 panes of glass there. Little lower. And crush to tall. Undo back to second, and from second to fourth.
We're already in second.
Yep, from second to fourth. Toe heel. Get set up. Push those knees out, creating nice tension in a plie. Take our time on this fourth. And straight. And down, and hold, and straight. And last one, down, hold, hold, hold. Crush some tension here. Pull back up to straight. And again, let's try to balance. Maybe bring those arms towards that arabesque position. First, second, or hold on to the bar. Pull the full foot down. Point, close, other side. So Lauren, can you switch sides here? Just so I can do that fourth. I'll do the fourth and center. Good. Other side on that fourth position now. So tendu second to fourth, toe heel down. From here, plie, spreading those knees and tall, and plie, squat in that fourth position, pulling those knees apart and up, and one more, plie, and up, and a balance. Hold ourselves in that balance for 5, 4, 3, heels heavy, straight legs down, close to first, and relax for a second again. This time, we'll take our arms set mid-station, we'll call it, and then open to second and close. and open to second and close. Arms down for a second. Let's adjust our feet, sorry. We started in first that last time. Let's just open up to that second position. Arms in first, and for 10 or 5 each side, open and look and close. And open and look and close. And 3. And you're always looking to move. You're never truly stopping. You're just nice and opening. I think of how I might have played in the tops of the water as a kid at the beach. Might have been a little bit more aggressive, trying to make the wave pool go.
You're picking up the pace, Ian.
I know.
9.
Because I got talking.
10.
And then down. There we go. Hip bars. So kind of come back to that bar for one more exercise and we'll get on the floor. Hip bars, 2 variations, low and then high. Back to the bar. We do often do this, perform this from our parallel position. I will be in parallel. You could do it from that turned out position, but I will be focusing on parallel. Tall. Point a leg forward or tendu forward. And for one quick moment, internally and externally rotate on that hip. With a super stiff knee, tall supporting leg, internal rotation, external rotation. Play with that. Pull it back, do the same thing on the other side. Point forward, tendu. External rotation, the inseam points up. Internal rotation on the hip, it hides itself, returns down. Ball and socket, gently ask for that to move. And use that rotation in your hip to help you navigate your rond. Now, to the rond. Tall on that inside leg, hand on that hip as you wish. Open up in that external rotation to tendu front. Cramp up the standing leg, and I'm reaching out to that side or second position. Then I'll start to hide an inseam as I turn around the back. I'm growing in these hips as I press down to lift up. I flex over the toes and pull a straight leg under. I'm going to return to the back with a straight leg. An external rotation, I'm showing you that inseam of my pant there. As I turn around to reach to Lauren, turn to the front, and pull back in. Repeating one more on the floor or slightly off. Point. I'm going to aim for a 45-degree angle at my hip, and no matter where I take myself in the circle, I'm going to try to keep that nice height. Whew. Making room as I tap down or tendu to the back, flexing over toes and pulling under. Same thing to the back, extending the hip with a straight leg, hip extension slight off the floor, external rotation, growing in these hips, breathing, breathing, pointing toes. Whew. Tendu, close. Other side. Can we switch sides?
Yeah.
Great.
Excuse me.
The pace. Go slow. Lauren and I are going nice and slow here. Go slow and find tension. Have I said that too much today, Lauren?
No, you've been better.
Okay. From here, tendu forward. Point those toes. Grow on the standing leg. Externally rotate, and that's leg out to the side, and now second. And now internally rotate, hiding your seam as you pull to center in the back. Over the toes and back to parallel. Return to the back. Cramp up the glute, straighten the knee. Externally rotate, showing that inseam forward as you reach out of these hips to reach out and grow. And pull to center. And pull into that floor on the way in. Repeat out front, tendu to the front, perhaps lift off, cramp up standing leg, and again, a nice control, extension of that hip now as we reach to the back, stiffening up, breathing tight, pulling to that center line, tapping down, beautiful pace again, Lauren. I see that at the periphery of my eye and underneath. And return to the back, extension of the hip to the back. Open up, external rotation, lifting, cramping, lifting. Slow and control. To tap and to under. Great job. And that little wiggle after, super important too. So now, let's go feet into our first, been there. Feet to second, we've been there. Now let's find our fourth position. Stiff knees, pointing forward. My distance, as you can see from Lauren, it's about one of her foot lengths.
I'm giant.
If Lauren were to take one of her foot lengths here and landmark the heel. So personalize that for yourself.
I also know if it's the right distance if I'm able to transfer weight to my front and my back foot without like almost taking a step.
So fourth position, it's a tough one. Find that out. We'll take our time exploring it. Hands first, mid-station. Now we're looking to connect to the top. At the top position, palms gently facing back, soft fingers. Open to the side to second, and repeat. Look the opposite direction for 3 or 4 more here. Opposite direction of the foot in front. And again, the elbows are slightly softened here. You're just looking for a nice shape. Return to the top, pull down, and close or tendu in. Open, round to fourth, down,
Tuck under,
get it just right,
square up,
square under, tuck under. From first at mid-station, open to the tall, and now look opposite the leg in front. So I get to look over at Lauren, 1, and up, 2. And again, the arms always are moving. There's very subtle change of direction, and then they up. We'll go 2 more here. And I just like that neck movement as well, that nice rotation, grow. Return to center, arms low. Relax for a moment.
close, then relax.
That is a better protocol. Excuse me, just have something in my eye. We're gonna get to the floor and spend a little bit of time on our hands, warming them up, and then we'll be a little bit in our bear crawl position after that. Oh, cues for hands again, wide open hands.
Whoops.
That's good.
I thought I can't see it.
Okay, that's better. So wide open hands placed on the floor, like that demi in ballet. Can we get up to the first knuckles? Like in ballet, we want stiff elbows, controlled hips or shoulders, and sharing that load over the hand, or in the ballet case, the foot. For a couple more in a row, either as a single like I'm doing or as doubles like Lauren, really try to amplify tension through those first 4 knuckles on those phalange fingers there, and keep the elbow straight and the shoulder packed. And if we're gonna do things like our crawls and our push-ups, it's important to be strong like that. Take a little break and shake that out. We just hold a quick hollow position, fire up those abs, then we'll be back to that bear crawl position. I'm gonna talk about this. Lauren's gonna be a nice demonstrating model here. So Lauren will be here showing really 30 seconds of work, holding the easiest version first, and then progressing to the more challenging ones. Start slow, stay strong. Let's start with Lauren's hollow hold. Tabletop position, check. Okay, if you're good here, great. The back does not have to be jammed on the floor. You must maintain your breath, no pain. First thing to do from this position, we would recommend that we connect that rib cage to the hips. So Lauren pushed her sternum to connect the rib cage to the hips, and she's maintaining her breath. Next, we might tap a foot, tap a toe, bring it back up to tabletop. Tap a toe, bring it back up to tabletop. Then tap a toe and extend the hip and knee and bring it back in. You might do this for 10 more seconds if your endurance is feeling confident for that. And then the hardest version could be straight legs and opening up to a straight line, inclusive of arms overhead, perhaps for 3 and 2, and relax that. So that's gonna fire up the core, or it could fire up the core. From here, let's just flip over to our bear position. And this is the only time we do this here today. It's a little bit of coordination, core endurance exercise. I would like us to crawl around drawing a box. So if you have a space like we do, or even not, try moving in 4 directions over the course of a minute. Ready to go, Lauren?
A minute.
Yeah, 3, 2, 1, go. So I'm going to start to move backwards here.
As you're stepping opposite hand and foot, thinking about not tipping from side to side. I sometimes think about keeping my knees at the same height the whole time, and that helps not bop up and down.
Lauren also likes to think that she has a bowl of honey on her back, and this bear crawl is very guarded about.
And a minute
honey.
is a really long time.
I know, that's 30 seconds, and I think that's good for today.
Thank you.
And relax. I
Maybe
was a
doing
little overzealous with that minute comment. So we'll work on that, helps that push up, and hopefully that core stability is fired up for some overhead presses coming up. Come back up to standing, and now, not the favorite, but a really awesome exercise here. Maybe grab super light dumbbell. We can do a lot of good pressing activities here with our body weight as well. Grab a light dumbbell, perhaps. I'm just going to grab this one for Lauren.
Oh, thank you.
Take that. Take that. Okay. So,
Vintage equipment.
vintage equipment, vintage moves,
Solid wood.
vintage equipment.
Okay.
Loving it. Save that for a second.
You just gave it to me.
Good. Then let's press. The press. I'm going to lunge. Lauren's going to stand tall. From a lunging position or standing tall, lightly place your arm overhead. Low intensity overhead. From here, shrug your shoulder. Next, pack or pull a straight arm into your shoulder socket. And when we're out of room, pull or bend that elbow and return that arm to a rack position. Repeat one more. Low intensity up. At the top, do shrug this shoulder for today. Pack, pull a straight arm in, and then when you're out of room, bend or pull that elbow to rack. Switch your side twice as well. In our lunge, rack position, low intensity overhead. Shrug, pack a shoulder, and pull to rack. Relax tension, light overhead. Shrug, exert and pull. And when we're out of room, we'll continue to flex or bend the elbow and pull. Relax. Did you feel something? We're looking for the stability and tension on those armpits, the lats, you name that body part, something from right here. Put that down.
Okay.
And now it's the favorite, least favorite exercise, these isometric movements. That we move. Great, that's a great exercise. We'll do lots of that. Move, move, move. Other movements, nothing moves, but the intensity can be quite high. And that's what this exercise will be right here.
Meet your own resistance.
Meet your resistance. We're going to explore coup de pied, retire, and then we'll see what's up after that. Working from parallel. Pull the outside leg up so that that big toe touches that inside ankle knuckle, the medial malleolus there. We're going to continue to try to pull up, but create tension that nothing moves, but we work very hard. For 10 seconds, take a breath, pull into center, and try to pull up, creating tension for 5, 4, 3, 2, relax that tension. Now actually let it move. Move it up towards that retire position. Take a breath, cramp a bum cheek, and again for 5 seconds, try to pull up, but meet it with its own resistance for 4, 3, 2, and relax. I like to do that one more time. Could we lift up slightly higher, still pulling to that midline? And go for 5, 4, 3, 2. From here, push back, extending your hip with a bent knee, extending your hip, extending your hip. And from here, tap down out the back, flex over toes, and pull underneath. Okay, 2 of those. So other side, we're going to switch sides here. Coup de pied, foot, retire, knee, and then the extra A+ effort above. Pull, coup de pied, 5, 4, we're creating tension here for 3, 2, 1. Relax tension, flex hip knee more towards that retire position, cramp up and pull for 5, 4, 3, 2, relax tension, pull up a little more if allowed, keeping those hips level, and go for 5, 4, 3, 2. From this position, cramp up your butt cheek. Allow yourself to extend that hip, touching the standing leg as we go by it. And when you're at your safe full hip extension, extend through the knee, tap, flex over toes, pull underneath. Relax. Then we're going to come back to, in this case, my exercise club and Lauren's super heavy wood dumbbell, and repeat our presses. Same thing as before. We're pulling our press today, pulling our press. Rack position, low intensity overhead. Shrug, pack, pull a straight arm, and keeping the forearm vertical, pull or groove to rack. Relax, overhead, low intensity. Shrug, take a second, pack, pull, groove, grip, pull, rack. Relax. Same thing, other side. So we're pulling our press, following along for some strength. Low intensity overhead. Shrug. Pack a straight arm down. Pull this elbow to a rack position. Relax. Low intensity up. Shrug. Pack. Pull. In to rack. And relax.
Nice.
I'm not sure if it's the pull-ups I did yesterday for the first time in many weeks or the heavy gardening tasks, but those lats there, they do feel that. Last exercise today, the slow, full-on développé. Adage style. We ready? From parallel, we're going to do this to front, to side, to back, and try to hold a balance after that. Ready?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening, but yeah.
Great. From parallel, the retire positions we just explored, we're going through those. Pulling up the ankle, up towards the knee, and once you get there, take a breath, extend your knee and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, tap down, and pull that leg underneath. Same thing, point your knee out to the side in the second. So pull up the foot, turning out, pointing your knee sideways. Pull the knee up, retire, cramp up, extend, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, down with control, and close. And I would probably close this in that true second and then pivot in at the end. Gentle, same thing to the back. Let's do a quarter turn, Lauren. To the back, slow. Bring it up to the front in that retire. And from here, we're going to extend through the hip with a bent knee as long as we can again. Pulling to the midline, cramping up. The ribs are down. And now gently extend the leg to tap and pull over and return to that parallel position. A little bit different at the back again. Same thing, other side, please. Retire first. Pulling up to that center line, holding for a second, and extending through the leg at the knee, and holding 5, 4, 3, 2, tap, with stiff leg. Pull, turning out in that hip, pulling up to that retire position, and again, extend. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, tap. Close into that second position, and then pivot. Showing you the side profile again to make sure that we don't overextend the low back. Be safe on account of that low back as you pull or flex the hip to retire. Extend the hip with our ballet foot, ribs to hips, hugging legs together. Let's work hard for 5, 4, 3, and casual knee extension here to tap. Woo. Flexing over toes, pulling under, and relaxing.
Legs.
As a final exercise for today, away from the bar, pick on a position and let's work on balances. I'm going to start in this first position, balance on a single foot. Ready, Lauren? What are you going to do?
On a rise.
On a rise, working on that balance. Hands in first. Balance. Transfer weight. And again, could we connect into that coup de pied position? And slow down. Fine first. Balance out. Same thing other side. From first to both. Transition your load to a single foot. Cramping up. And finding, or trying to find, coup de pied. And slow control. Down. Huh. Open to second now. A little bit different. Shift weight into a little bit of that plie. Stand up on that leg. Balance. And now hold a nice stiff leg out to the back. Could be, say, second. 3, 2, and Lauren's doing much better owning that to the end.
Bend the knee.
Bend the knee. Tap down. Pull yourself across in your plie. Other side. Stiffen the knee. And balance.
3, 2, control the down. Knee
Bend the knee.
bends. Come through center. Pull yourself up.
Pull yourself up. And shake. Awesome. So thank you so much
Nice
for
morning
joining
warm
us
up
here at this practice. My hips feel ready
for
to
anything.
do anything today, whether that's more gardening or more biking or more relaxing.
Or hanging out in the snow.
Or hanging out in snow in May. Thank you very much for joining. My name is Ian.
I'm Lauren.
We're Bars and Bells, where we do share simple exercises that make you feel strong. Thank you for sharing with our practice, and we look forward to seeing you soon. And for mothers out there with little ones, tomorrow, 10 a.m., Little Lifters Live. We'll see you then.
Thanks for coming.
Bye-bye.
Have a nice day.